Greetings. We're connected with unconditional love for your highest message of wisdom and guidance, most pertinent to you at this time. Let's get right into it. From your perspective, with the Eight of Swords, the Page of Wands, and Death, there was a part of your inner child, your inner fire child. So this is the part of you that was vibrant and excited, the part of you that knew how to follow your pleasure, listen to your excitement and what felt good. This part of you was restricted. There was a way that you weren't letting it fully expand, and it was because of what your inner child experienced in the past. Death indicates that you have recognized this and you are now transforming out of it. You're in a stage of rebirth regarding this energy. And it feels as though your inner child is getting actually a thorough, deep clean, because after that, we get the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. All of this is happening in service to you healing your inner earth child. Your inner earth child is associated with your abundance, your ability to provide for yourself, your ability to feel provided for more so, to experience the security in the infinite abundance of the universe. So you're moving to a space where you feel independent, personally abundant, where you feel stable in your health, stable in your finances, stable in your living situation, stable in whatever situation that you have also been trying to build up with the Four of Wands. And this stability and independence and abundance is happening as a factor of you doing inner work. So this is what's happening from your perspective. You're actually recognizing that there are parts of your inner child that have been compressed and have led to you being compressed and feeling distant from the energy of pleasure, distant from the energy of abundance and independence. This is what those restraints are, what you are dying out of. Basically, you are being reborn outside of those restrictions and those limited beliefs about yourself, limited allowances on what you were allowed to do. You could have grown up in a restricted upbringing, and you could have felt like there was a limit on how you were allowed to think about your energy and how you were allowed to think about the application of your energy. All of that is dying away now, and you can feel it. So that can possibly feel uncomfortable at times. The process of death and transformation, rebirth, can sometimes feel heavy, sad. It can feel like releasing a lot of old stored emotions that you might not have known were there up till now. However, it also feels freeing. So there's a relaxing effect that comes in behind all of these waves of release, waves of recognition and emotion. The Nine of Cups and the Three of Swords are on the split of the deck. So while a part of you is happy and you feel thrilled, I'm hearing, you feel comfortable in the knowing that you're bringing in your abundance, you're bringing in a new pleasure, a new joy, possibly a new an old dream for you. You're bringing it in and you're about to experience it, or you are experiencing it. You also have this Three of Swords energy where you're recognizing your triggers. So you're seeing your triggers, and instead of suppressing them or ignoring them or acting on them, this time around, you're recognizing them for what they are, which is reflections of an old reality that you knew that you were living, you transformed out of, and parts of the reality that you might have been unconscious to and that are now awakening themselves, showing themselves to you, because you are now adept enough to transmute them and release them to the divine. Judgment, the Six of Swords, the High Priestess, the Page of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. Some of the kind of healing that you're going through has to do with an emotional vacancy. It felt like you could have felt like you were an emotional black hole, like there was nothing you could do to make yourself feel content and happy 100%. There was nothing you could do to make yourself feel completely loved. And so there were some ways that you thought that, or you've realized that there was nothing that anyone else could do to make you feel loved. There were emotions that you needed to pay attention to, feelings of neglect, feelings of being misunderstood, feeling abandoned, rejected. All of those were going on with your inner water child, and that was what spirit was helping you to transmute. You gained a lot of clarity from that, and intuitively, you can feel that all of these triggers that are coming up now, it's like they're not going anywhere until you experience and release them. So they're all here ready for you to transmute them. The reason that this is happening is because you're in a time of judgment. So you're in a time where things are coming up from the past to be released so that your new reality can be embodied. Your new reality can be experienced. Your ideal reality can awaken and be awakened. This is something that you've manifested. And because of the way that you chose to manifest it, it's coming in the most ideal way. So in order for that to happen, you have to be an internal match to the dreams that you are drawing in. This way you can experience happiness when you're in your happy time. You can experience abundance. You're not going to be in a situation where you don't know what you had until it's gone, because you're actually clearing out the emotions that would have led to that outcome. That's what judgment is doing for you right now. You're making a choice as to what reality you're choosing, what reality you're going to ground in, water, and move into. So you had judgment on the split, and you have judgment on the bottom of the deck with strength and temperance. And this is why we got this reading today. This is for you to know that if you're experiencing a rough time right now, if you're going through what feels like a difficult period of emotionality, ups and downs, of rage, if you're going through a really vulnerable time where there's innocent, sensitive parts of yourself that are recalling conditions that it experienced, your inner child recognizing situations that were not healed for it, situations that were distorted and couldn't provide the kind of pure, unconditional love that your inner child now knows that it deserves. You're being put emotionally back into those places so that you can forgive yourself, so that you can forgive the universe for putting you there and you learning those lessons in the ways that you learn them. And ultimately, you're experiencing those emotions so that you can release them. We have to feel to heal. The Spirit is saying, we are with you. Temperance and strength are saying that your angels are standing by you. They're healing you emotionally. They are using their waters to purify and cleanse you. So all of this energy that's being moved, you don't have to feel like you're moving it alone. You don't have to feel like you're doing it alone. You don't have to feel like you're doing it all at once. You have all the time you need. So take your time and know that your new day is here. Know that with each action, with each transmutation, you are making the choice to move into your higher reality and to wake up out of the nightmare that was the distortion and illusion that your inner child experienced. I love you so much, and I'm going to keep this message short today. For further one-on-one support in your situation, you can look into the description box and see information on personal readings. I always enjoy and am grateful for us connecting here, so I look forward to your next reading. Take great care of yourself until then, and happy aligning.